Hi guys, it's Kingpin. Recently I cooked a crazy build. I have one more channel for Korean viewers. I already uploaded it there a few days ago. And I've been trying to sharpen this build until perfection, and now I feel like I've already done my best. So I'm also uploading a guide video here. This is one of the most disgusting build I've ever played, and it's also pretty much perfect in every aspect. It has very fast mapping speed, it's very tanky. I died only one time while leveling this character from 90 to almost 94. And it's also T4 Pinnacle boss viable. I already have decent damage with Molten Blast, but with just investing a few more divines, I have enough damage to almost one-shot every T4 Uber bosses. The one and only downside is this build is expensive. Is it expensive because of item prices? No, it's expensive, but nothing crazy. At this point of the league, it's affordable for a lot of players. Then why is it expensive? Because you need a good PC to play this build and it burns your GPU. You might think I'm joking, but I'm dead serious. While I'm playing this build, my GPU starts to sound like a nuclear reactor. Alright, enough talking, now let me get into the instruction. We use Molten Blast as our main skill. This is a skill that, like fire projectiles, but we use Nova projectiles and it makes it like basically AoE skill. We kill everyone around us. We are accuracy staking as I always do. We use Falcon Dive passive node. For your information, my accuracy rating is sitting at almost 100k. It means 400 attack speed boost. And when we use this skill, Molten Blast, we use forward slightly and we have super high attack speed. So we move pretty fast. It's crazy. Yeah, like we are moving like this and we basically kill everyone around us. And we use Bone Shatter to move even faster when there's no enemies around. Like it's almost like Prime Wielding Slash. It's just like it's a little bit slower, but it's still crazy fast. It doesn't matter. The only downside about Bone Shatter is it starts to make love with the wall when there's even 1 inch rock on the way. It sucks, but it's still very good skill because as you can see, it's just super fast, but we are gonna mainly use Molten Blast for everything. And for bossing, we are gonna use this crossbow. It gives us the skill Compose Requiem, and it has, including attack speed, it has crazy damage boost. It's like default 3600% is crazy. It's one of the highest in the game. The only downside here is our attack speed is actually faster than Sober Tick Rate. So I recommend you to not go above 33.33. Yeah, it's meaningless because at the point we have faster attack speed than Sober Tick Rate. So like even if you have like 100 attacks per second, it's not gonna change anything above 33. So it's easy to use. You just use this skill and use just basic attack and it's changed like this. It melts down almost every bosses. Okay, let me show you my setup now. I'm using one-hand mace and the other option is the reason why I'm using one-hand mace because I can get boost 25% more skill speed. Which means 25% more movement speed for us, which is huge. And the other reason is, like, the other option we have is you can get rid of this node and you can just dual wield. You are slower, but you are stronger. And these one-hand maces have the modifier +4 to level of all attack skills, and Wind Dancer, Herald of Thunder, everything is attack skill, so it's huge. But problem is, again, we have less movement speed and really, again, I'm not. You might think I'm joking, but I'm not even joking. People who doesn't have good enough CPU, GPU, they just cannot dual wield. They cannot dual wield. Your PC can't handle dual wielding. I'm not even joking. Like, if you dual wield, you are gonna fire double amount of projectiles. And now it's fine in my hideout. Let me show you my FPS. Like, it drops, but it's fine in my hideout. But when I go mapping in Breach or Abyss, if I dual wield and spam Molten Blast, my PC is just gonna crash. It's just gonna stop. I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious. So, like, there are other options like Shield or Scepter, whatever, blah blah blah. Also dual wielding, but dual wielding is only for people who have good GPU. If you don't, just use other things like one-handed mace, shield, or anything. And there are like many options like rings, like body armor or whatever. But if I explain it, everything here, the video is gonna be too long. So I'm just gonna explain just my setup from now on. Okay, so I'm using one-hand mace. You can just look for DPS and attack speed, level of all attack skills. And this helmet, it's mandatory because we have too much mana cost and it's impossible to sustain mana without this helmet and without Defy support gem and Astra Mantis rings. Yeah, like, it's so hard to explain everything here. The detailed written explanation, you can check it in my Mobalytics written guide. But basically, these are gears I'm using. And for bossing, I use this crossbow. I just got a cheap one, so if you get a better one, you are gonna have way better DPS than me in bossing. As you saw earlier, like, even with this weapon, bossing was pretty alright. It was strong. Yeah. yeah. It's nothing to explain here because it's just unique crossbow and nothing special. You just use it. You place it in your second weapon set. You don't even need to change your passive tree that much. And you just use Requiem and spam arrows and you're gonna kill any bosses. It's easy peasy. And let me move to my support gems now. I'm using these support gems for Requiem. It's basically for DPS only because it's only for bossing. If you don't have enough money to buy Rakiata, then you can just use any other DPS support gem. And Molten Blast, Nova projectiles, Defy, accuracy because we are accuracy stackers, and Ricochet. Like, your main projectile, the one explode when it hits the ground, it doesn't chain. But if you see it carefully, let me show you. Like the other small fire stones, it's gonna chain when it hits the terrain, so it's really strong support gem. And this one is for DPS. Also, if you want, you can put Rakiata's flow here. But I'm just using it here because Rakiata's flow is not really doing anything while killing normal, like, weaker monsters. And Bone Shatter, it's just like pure attack speed setup because we use this skill only for moving. And Wind Dancer. These other 4 support gems are like not important. You can just get rid of them. You're not even gonna notice it. And if you have like really big currency, if you are POE Jeff Bezos, you can put Diala and these 2 support gems here, but as you already know, it's not worth the money. And Herald of Thunder, DPS, Freezing Mark. We use Freezing Mark only for bossing. Yeah, it is usually, I don't even use frozen mark, but like if you want higher DPS, if you feel like you don't have enough DPS, or you want to, like, you want to play bossing safer, you can just use freezing mark before you start the fight and just spam Requiem. Easy peasy. And Trinity, what I recommend you is, if you have enough budget, you, like, it gives you 1 more % elemental damage when it hits level 23. So you just get level 20 Trinity support gem and you use this support gem, and you can get level 23, and it gives you 1 more elemental damage. It's only for weapon set 2. And time to talk about passive 3. I'm using 3 Grand Spectrum for LRS, and I'm using Heart of the Well, Diamond. You can, if you have enough budget, you can aim for 2 gain damage and 1 recover maximum life on kill, and the other one, the other suffix, you can just take anything that's good for you. And I'm using Prism of Belief Diamond, but when I just uploaded a video in Korean channel, like when I just bought it, it was pretty cheap. Not cheap, but it was pretty affordable. But now, after I uploaded the video, the price skyrocketed overnight. It was 100 divine last time I checked, like 3 days ago. And now, last few days, more YouTubers started to play Molten Blast build, so I'm assuming it's even more expensive now. So for most of users, this jewel is not attainable. So you can get just anything, like rare jewels, anything you want. And I'm using Heroic Tragedy here. The number isn't important. Important thing is, sorry, I don't even know how to pronounce it. All Rose. Yeah, you don't need Borana or anything. You need All Rose because it changes the big keystone passive here. Increased evasion rating, part 2 intelligence. What you should know is, intelligence gives you mana, and we don't really need mana because we already solved the mana issue with Defy support gem. We basically, it's same like having infinite mana, so we're basically getting 200% increased evasion rating without losing anything. It's really strong. I'm using evasion body armor, evasion boots, and with just these 2 parts I can have 27k evasion rating, 74%, because we have massive increased evasion rating from this keystone passive. And that's it. And these middle-sized passive nodes changes according to the number here, but they aren't really important. And there's no way in POE2 to know what nodes you are getting before you actually buy the jewel and try it. So just get anything. If you have good nodes like here, or anywhere here, just take them, and if you don't have good ones, just ignore them. It's okay. Hey, everything's done now. Like I explained everything. The more detailed explanation is on my Mobalytics guide. You can check everything there. And this is gonna be my final version, and maybe I'm gonna improve it a little more. Maybe I'm gonna make it a little tankier, or I'm gonna move this jewel into here because there are 2 strong nodes. Like this one gives you elemental ailment threshold per dexterity, and we are stacking dexterity, so it's really strong, and we can get additional attack speed, blah 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 here. So maybe I'm gonna move it to here, but I'm not sure. So this is gonna be my final version. You can check the guide on Mobalytics. And if you want to see my updated version, like I'm gonna keep updating this myself. I'm just not gonna upload any more video on YouTube. This is gonna be my last video this league. And so if you want to keep following, you can check my POE Ninja, or you can come to my Discord server. Alright. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.